This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports. You're listening to the Captain Jack Sports Show on Northeast Streaming Sports.
The Hometown Foundation is excited to bring back the Dream Ride experience, August 26th to the 28th at Connecticut's Farmington Polo Club. Join us in celebrating the accomplishments of our Dream Riders while enjoying live music, a car and motorcycle show, family fun zone, pet adoptions, canine demonstrations, the Fireman's Chili Cook-Off, and much, much more. Get your tickets today.
This is not going well when my wardrobe is messed up. My mic is off. My collars are messed up. Oh my goodness. I'm going to blame it, and yes, Sam, I am going to blame it on the COVID. For those that don't know, and there are some that do know, but I'm going to put this up here as well. Thanks to Jay. Somebody on Doc's Live said you have COVID. If so, hopefully it's very manageable and get well. Yes, I have COVID. Yes, this is the first time I've had COVID. I don't know what strain of COVID it is, other than I'm positive for it as of Friday. Actually, I was positive for it prior to it, just that I went to the doctor on Friday and got tested. Sorry. I am obliged to bring shows. And I have a bad cough. I do have 2 drinks that are over here. So if I get parched, my apologies. I'm going to try to keep liquid. If I cough, if I have a coughing fit, I'm sorry. I have, as of right now, I don't have a fever. I don't have body aches. I've been sleeping. I've been getting rest. I can't go to work until Wednesday, which is upsetting. But I do want to say thank you to Jay for his kind thoughts. Sam is in here. Sam Millsaps. Yes. I'm going to get well. Thank you. Raider for Life 2273. Thank you for being in here. What you can do to help me out, if you can, please share. Because I figure if I'm going to do a show, and I'm going to do a damn good show, but my shows are better with participation from the audience. Because then, A, I don't have to talk for 2 hours. B, I get a rest in between. And we can talk football. We can talk sports, but it's football season. I'm going to have to watch my enthusiasm. I'm going to cough. I saw this from Tito. Yes, I was on time. And I almost wasn't because I had to get my drinks. So Tito, I was like, crap, I got to get over there and get my drinks because then I would be coughing and then it would be bad. Cool Kev gives me a salute. Thank you. Sean Johnson, thanks for all you do. I'm feeling better. And yeah, Tito can kiss. He can kiss my large bicep. Yeah, and I will give this to Tito, man. He's like he's an anal a-hole, but he's right. I try to be on time. Now, and I'm going to say this to Tito, I'm going to say this to everybody. When I don't run the production, which is i.e. when we're doing the Wild Wild West broadcast, that is run out of Richie Riche's studio. So if it's late to my channel, blame him. Blame Richie Richie. I'm just letting you guys know. Guys and gals, mates and wenches, thank you for all that are here. I'm going to try to get through all these. Raiders get the win. O-line still needs some work. That's true. Defensive tackle. Oh, my God. Yes and no. We haven't seen Hankins and we haven't seen Bilal Nichols. I'm hoping that that is a definitive improvement because the second stringers, my goodness, the second stringers are suspect. Anthony Provencio. Hey, that's Italian. Good to see you, Raider. PSP Raider. I love my PSP. Love my ladies. I do. I love my ladies because, they make us old goats feel better. Again, Sam Millsaps is in the house. Sean's in the house. Salute, Tito's in the house. Matthew 72007. By the way, Matthew 72007, as well as Sam Millsaps, as well as PSP Raiderettes, they are members of the channel. Again, I'll have to watch my voice because I'm going to cough. You too can be members of the channel by hitting the join button on YouTube. If you are watching this on Facebook, thank you. I will hopefully see some people that are watching on Facebook. Please come over to YouTube because some of the Facebook sites, I won't see who's watching until later. I won't. If you're watching on Twitter, I definitely won't see you on Twitter because Twitter has no interconnectivity. It's the way it is. I can push it to you on Twitter, But if you're trying to reply to me, I can't see squadoosh. Please watch on YouTube. I appreciate you watching on Twitter. Greg says, "Get well." Thank you there, Greg. Guareb. Hey. See, I love Guareb, and I love was it James Farrell? Guareb and James Farrell. There's somebody else too, and I can't remember who it is. They are the negative Nellies, and I like that in a positive respect because Guareb and James Farrell, who I tell you is Raider. Oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. Raider Eeyore is James Farrell. Guareb is Guareb, and Guareb is. I don't want to say he's negative, but he's very real. He's very show me. Let's see what Guareb has to say. Our D line is weak. The second string D line is weak. I will give you that. And our O line is confused. Again, we don't really on that and not good. Don't let preseason fool you. The Raiders always do well in preseason. You see problems ahead. I agree with that. No sound, no voice. I think I hit that. The intro is too long, Bishop. I am required. The Dream Ride, that is a sponsored program of, listen to this, Northeast Streaming Sports. That is something that we sponsor. It is a charitable sponsorship. I am required to run it. I get it out of the way. It's a very worthwhile cause. It's up in the Northeast, and I have to run it. My regular intro is, I think, 2.5 minutes. I had it down to a minute and a half, but I had YouTube issues with they gave me where they said that I was running things I didn't have control over. So I got to get that fixed. I went back to the old intro. Audio's fixed. There you are. Okay. Doc Cabral's in here. Thank you. Thank you for the speed of your cut, Cab Jack. Hope you get well. Thank you there, Matthew 72007. Bishop, hey. Tito, hey. Prayers. Thank you. Little honey. Actually, I have haven't had the honey lemon. I do have lemonade and sweet tea. I actually don't feel bad. It's the coughing. Chronicles, aka Old Bastard. Old Jack Daniels is here. Thank you, Doc Cabral. There's 2 prayers. Actually, 3. I see Tito has some. A couple other people. No, Matthew 72007. Thank you for those that are thinking of me. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because again, I'm not a person that's in the greatest of health. And when they told me I had COVID, I was like, really? Again, this is the first time I've had COVID. So I over 2 years? It's been going around for over 2 years. And I finally got it. Not that I'm happy with getting it, but I am, I don't say elated, but I'm at least somewhat, I'm not even satisfied. I don't know what the word is. I have a very mild strain. I think it's Omicron. Because I can breathe. I'm stuffed up. I can breathe. I only had fever for a day. I didn't even know when I went to the doctor. I didn't even know I had a fever. He said, "You have a fever." I said, "No, I don't." He goes, "Yes, you do." Okay, doc, you got, yeah, I'm 100 something. Then yeah, I got a fever. You're gonna have to. Somebody's calling.
Call from J Captain Jack Google Voice.
Okay, Mike.
Call from ESF
Mike.
Blevins Jr.
To accept, press 1. To send
Mike.
voicemail, press 2.
Mike, I'm not taking calls yet. Let me finish my intro, please. Philly sports, Mike, is going to be on. I get it. Please let me finish. Please. I will take calls. Guys who have the number are going to call in. Please let me finish and we'll take calls. Did you watch the game? Yes, I knew to watch the game. Bishop said he knew he had it. Yes, I do. Raider Ray. Oh, boy, there's a lot more people in here. Raider Ray's in the chat. Thank you. And thanks there, PSP. I need to get through this. Zamir White looks good. Thank you on that. Was that? Oh, that's oh my goodness. How you doing, brother? Turner was everywhere. I agree. Sharif is in the house. Thank you there. I don't see any. Thank you. Please hit the like button. Please hit the share button. Please hit the share button. Oh my God, Doc Burdett. I haven't seen you in forever. Doc Burdett, thank you for coming in. I'm not trying to die on you. 9 sacks allowed in 2 weeks. No, the O-line aren't also, but the scheme and approach is still the same. There are quarterbacks with young legs. True. Group need the O-line needs some issues. Crujo's in the house. Crujo is a member. See the little squiggly line thing here? And actually, I need to put it up on YouTube. Hang on a second here. La 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 la. Give me a second. I'm turning it on YouTube, so in case there are issues, I can see the. Hopefully, I have it on mute. Hopefully, I have it on mute. I'm gonna like the show too, by the way, if you can. Like the show if you can. I appreciate it. Okay. Interior line is a little scary. That they are supposed to be the start. Yeah, I agree. Still not going on with what you was. Yeah, Waller has a hamstring issue. Taco Chirinos, are you coming to the game on Saturday? Dolphins versus Raiders. Yes, I am, sir. I will be there Saturday. Heard it here first. Hollywood Raiders in the house. For those that I'm asking for Hollywood Raider and what's going on in Nashville on the Nashville game? Is there like a Raider hotel package that anybody knows about? Excuse me. Are there like discount Raider hotels? Let me know. What's going on Saturday night? Normally, like Saturday night, Raider Nation heads down to like where the Coyote Uglies is and the BB Kings, that street there. It's like the first street right off of where the Hard Rock Cafe is. I've been to Nashville a couple times. Strained hammy, thank you. Strained hammy will be good for week 1. Crujo, do we see starters? Don't know. Michael Givens, now he asked, can I call? Not yet. And now, so everybody knows. I throw it back and give you a phone. Yeah, okay. You need a good old-fashioned hot toddy. I need a good old-fashioned young lady in a hot teddy. But thank you, honey. Hot toddies, hot teddies. You give me a young lady in a hot teddy, I'll be a lot better. I will be a lot better. Thanks, Taco Chirinos. I will see you Saturday, shipmate. And we have seen starters. That's true. What happened? Everything okay? No, I've got COVID. What's up? So we got something. What's up? Same here. It took 2 years, but that's fine. Yeah, I know. I'm handling it. Thank you. You need to quit messing with them dirty hoes. I stopped the one. Enough said. I stopped the one. I have received national. I hate the deception. The Decepticons. Okay. Same one you attended a game with last year has had it 3 times. Pretty sure you had it before. The same one you attended a game with last year has had it 3 times. Oh, someone I attended a game with last year has had it 3 times. Sharif, I did not know that. Talk to me, text me, Sharif. Please do. First time I've been positive though that I know of. Please talk to me. You have to get it and work in a hospital. Wife and kids got it. Waiting to see what it's like. Crujo, you don't want to get it. I mean, even though 9 sacks allowed, is this as bad as what you caught in the PI? No. I've had a lot of worse stuff in the Philippines. Prayers for Raider Nation. I worked through it all. I got to get through these. Stidham's going to get cut. Just hit the button, nerd. I'm gonna do this. And Renegade Trader, thank you, Fade. Thank you, Fade. Stuart Schwaggert's in the house. Hey, Stuart. By the way, we are on Roku for Northeast Streaming Sports. So if you come in tonight, please watch your mouth. Stuart, you can come in. I'd love to hear from Stuart. I want to see Carnams. Dancing Queen. Dancing Queen is here. Hey, good to see you, sweetheart. Brian B. Rowe probably knows. About what? Okay, I'm getting almost done. Stuart Pullen, Captain Jack needs a hot tub and a rub and tug. That's true. I do need a Shirley Temple. Lance Dominguez. Hey, those Packers looked good for a little bit. They had a decent game against the 49ers. Drink pee with a little no. I ain't drinking no pee. Jason Hunter's going to call in. Thank you. Heard on another show, iPod, but Raider fan have a whole list of get-together events for Nashville. Thank you, PSP. Thank you. There's an answer for us there. I'm going to be out. Stu, I'm going to be on for 2 hours. Actually, another hour and a half. Please come in. Raider War Yet's in the house. My God, everybody's here. Okay, good. I didn't get everybody's. JT's in the house too. Share. I'm going to put up the link. Okay. I'm going to put up the link. Call. I would prefer you hit the link. Okay. I'm going to have to turn my phone off too. 6-9. I almost gave you my real cell phone. I can't do that. Okay, let me copy this. All right. We're going to copy this. I know I still have people to go through. God's in the house too. I got to just send it to. Okay, so there it is. I got to send it to Facebook. It didn't go to Facebook. Do that. Hitting this. There it is. Okay. The links are all up. It should be up to everywhere. There you go. All right. The link is here. Hit up the channel. The as you can see, the phone number is working. We're gonna talk football. And we're gonna hit the first off. We're gonna hear from good. We got 2 people in the house already. First, we are going to be entertained. Oh, and I can't wait to do this. I'm giggling just thinking about it. We're going to be entertained by Black Thanos. Black Thanos, give me a mic check. Check one, shipmate. Go ahead, please, sir.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Oh, you are good, man. You are good. Up. Okay, actually, I'm starting the clock. I had it set at 4. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Let me do that. Aha, good. I'm going to clear it. Okay. I'm giving you 5. I don't know why I had it set for 4. I'm setting it now. You are up at 5. Go, sir, go. How are you tonight?
Well, thank you, my good friend. The countdown continues. The scent of September is among us. And incidentally, my birthday, September 1st. I mean, who else is more befitting to bring in football season or September than Black Thanos? isn't God wonderful how he planned things? But I didn't get to see the game in its entirety. I've been doing a lot of overtime, and I'm actually working again tonight. But I did see some snippets. I checked out the box scores combined with the Hall of Fame game. God bless Cliff Branch. He's finally in. And as I stated in the commentary in the chat, 9 sacks allowed in 2 weeks. That's troublesome no matter who the personnel is, because the general scheme and approach is the same with this new coach. And some of those guys potentially may end up playing or will certainly be our depth, because O-line, of course, you have to allow for a certain ratio of injury. Just ask Richie Incognito and Trent Brown and other Raiders of
Hey,
recent
stop
years.
swearing on my show.
But for those who are popping the champagne and enjoying Moe and Ace of Spades with this 2-0 exhibition practice record, I have to remind you, as recent as 2018, we went 3-1. Please remind me how that season turned out. I think we had to remain measured. We can compliment some of the positive things we may see, but ultimately this means nothing, because half of these kids will be working for FedEx in about 3 months, and we won't hear their names again. But there's going to be a learning curve with McDaniels here, with his staff, with a new D coordinator, with basically a whole overall and an influx of new players. And historically, for us and most teams, you don't get it in 1 year. You just don't. The odds and the probability of that is staggering. So I'm just asking everyone to remain maybe cautiously optimistic. Yes, I would love to see a Super Bowl, but I don't see it this year. It would be nice maybe for the following year, where the game will be in LV at Allegiant Stadium. But I had my guards up, and for my money, McDaniels has a lot to prove as someone who failed miserably in Denver, being the owner of the worst collapse in the history of that franchise, being someone who, as the OC of the St. Louis Rams, was ranked 32 out of 32 teams in offensive ranking. No one talks about that. Somehow that's like the ghost of Christmas past, and it's been buried. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Josh McDaniels was the OC of the St. Louis Rams and finished dead last in offense.
Okay, I paused the time there only because I want to add, and I did. I really paused the time. Okay. Did he have any real weapons at the time he was the OC for the St. Louis Rams? I have it on pause. Do you know what year and what the weapons were at the time? I got to ask because it is pertinent to the question.
I want to say, like I said, don't quote me, because my memory isn't the greatest. I'm an older individual like yourself, and I'm not a Ram authority by no means. But I had this certified because I looked it up months ago. Because I do remember he was over there. I want to say it was 2010, 2009, between 2009 and 2011. Somewhere between there, he was definitely the OC over there. And a quick Google search, thank God for computers, will confirm, when you look at the statistics for the league of that year, the Rams were last. As far as who they had at that moment, I can't remember per se off the top of my head, but dead last is dead last.
Okay, well,
and we know who he had in Denver, and they had the worst second half collapse in the history of that franchise.
And you know what? And again,
we know he ducked out like a punk after having a deal in principle with the Colts. And did a no-show. I know you're going to try to clean it up, but it still doesn't look good.
You and I are going to agree to disagree on that one. And again, you're still on pause because I am agreeing to disagree with you nicely, okay? Yes. I know the stats. You said he was dead last in offense, but please, next time, I want you to please look up who the hell he had on offense, please, okay? Okay, That because the next time you quote that, I want you to say, and these were his weapons, because it's pertinent to the conversation.
No,
In
that's a fair point, Cat. Now,
okay,
like I said, I'm
in
calling you off the cuff, so I don't really have the information before
okay,
me. But when
well,
I
and
first
that's what
discovered
that's
it, I made those notations. I don't remember Ram stuff like that.
right.
You're gonna have
And
to forgive me.
and that's why I said, but it is pertinent to the conversation. If you say he was dead last, well, if he had Mickey Mouse at quarterback with Goofy as a receiver, that's kind of pertinent as to why he's 32nd out of 32nd, right?
Yes, but it also speaks to the greatness of the luxury of having a Tom Brady all those years, and then when you're away from him or you're not near him, then the truth comes out.
Okay. Well, I
Like
mean,
like
I
like
I
Denver.
could
Now,
give you
now
the
if St.
receiver.
Louis was an isolated incident, it'd be different. We saw what happened in Denver. So we
Oh,
don't have just one incident. Oh, well,
okay. Well,
St.
yeah,
Louis is the worst
let's
team of
talk.
all time.
Let's talk about Denver. He had Kyle Orton, and he actually had somebody he chased to get rid of to get Kyle Orton, and then he had Tim Tebow. Not the greatest of quarterbacks in Denver. So
He loved Tim Tebow, though. That was his guy.
I know, and you know what?
That was his guy.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Sharif. Have you ever, and I know what the answer is because I'm going to do the same thing. Have you ever loved something and found out later on how wrong it was? You know exactly where I'm going with this.
Yeah, we've all made that mistake once or twice.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, if you love something and then you find out later on it's really bad for you and it really screwed up your life, health, and a bunch of other things, but at the time you thought it was great, then it's kind of like, man, what the hell was I thinking?
Mhm.
Okay. So, and again, now I'm going to put you back because I wanted to get those points across. You got 1 minute and 39 seconds left because, again, I was verbally going with you. I didn't want to take away your time. So
Right.
I'm going to put it back on. Finish up your 139, Shipmate, because it's always a pleasure hearing from you. Go
Thank
ahead.
you. Now, on the positive, of course, with this team being loaded, and I believe we're the only team in the league with a Pro Bowler at every skill position, running back, tight end, both wide receivers. Renfro put up crazy numbers last year. In some systems, Renfro would be a number one, believe it or not. It all depends on how you utilize him. But he has a luxury of riches this year. And Carr being a former Pro Bowler himself. So, to be honest, me, you, or most other people can almost have a measure of success just on raw talent and ability. And what the Golden State Warriors used to say, strength in numbers. So it would be stunning and staggering for him to fail miserably with this abundance of talent. Just like it would have been staggering for him to fail with the GOAT, Tom Brady, a 7-time Super Bowl winner, and Bill Belichick standing on the side telling him how he likes his coffee. So we're going to see. We got to wait and see with this because there's been a lot of coaches that came in, Gruden being the last, with a lot of hype, a lot of feel-good rhetoric. I'm in the nightmares and all that rah-rah stuff. And that's what it was, a nightmare.
Oh, it was
So it's going to be a learning curve. It's going to be rough. The O-line is, and I've been saying it since day one, it's going to be a big issue for us. And it may possibly negate all of those glamorous weapons that we have when your quarterback don't have time to get the ball to them and teams figure out, hey, they don't have no O-line over there.
And as stated, and I gave you the full 5 because as soon as I put the interjection on, I said, Sharif, I'm going to pause you because those were valid points, and I that's what I wanted to do.
But thank you, Pat. I'm not going to be greedy. The house is full. I want to wish everyone out there the best, and I will inbox you the name of the individual that I made as far as the COVID thing is concerned.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that we will do an IM conversation on that because I still haven't spoken with said person in months.
Oh, all right.
Months. Oh well. But hey, Good hearing from you, partner. You take care of yourself. I got OG Jack Daniel coming in. I got Vin Diesel coming in. And then, of course, Jason Dean said he's going to be calling in as well. I can't wait for that. Sharif, you take care, brother, and always a pleasure. Make sure you're here next Sunday, too.
Thank you, bro. See you in LA.
You got it, brother. You be well.
Okay.
All right. That's Black Thanos, okay? And we're going right on into, and I'm going to push it right at 5. Remember, and wasn't I nice? I said, hey, I'm going to stop it, and we're going to talk, and then I'm going to put the timer back on. Okay.
How you doing,
How are you
brother?
doing? I'm good, man. What's going on?
No, you're not. You got COVID.
Yeah, I got COVID. I got COVID.
I mean, it's not like, bending pipes because your piss burning in the head, but on ship. The stuff you catch in the PI. But I'm going to leave that alone.
Stop it. You're going to give me coughing fits. I'm starting the clock. I'm starting the clock post. Go.
You get to clap? Okay. So, brother, you okay?
I'm okay.
All right. Tonight, we had 10 days between the first game and the second game. We look sharper. We look more focused. There's some guys who stepped up. Parham stepped up. Illuminor stepped up.
Parham, yes. Illuminor wasn't real happy with his performance.
Okay, well, you can be unhappy. That's cool. Britton Brown, other than that one fumble, stepped up. Okay. Darius Phillips was trash.
Mm-hmm.
In coverage, he was horrible. He had a bad night. Drake was better than last time. We didn't see Josh Jacobs. There's a reason. I got to tell you, and then that Vander, whatever his name is.
Van Valkenburg?
Van Valkenburg was good. Mm-hmm. Good.
Him and Masterson, I think, are if they might actually make the 53, but if not, they'll definitely make the practice squad.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you right now, we look a heck of a lot more focused. We looked better than we did week 1 because we cleaned up a lot of stuff. Now we got more stuff to clean up after this week.
Mm-hmm.
Dynasty. Let me explain. The first quarter of the game, did we run our first string offensive line and first string defensive line? No.
There were bits and pieces of both.
Right. The Vikings ran their first string offensive line, and we allowed them nothing for the first quarter.
Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. Are you sure?
According to all the Vikings guys that were talking on their channels, yeah.
Okay, what I'm saying is that remember how, and you're on pause, by the way. Remember how we didn't play Miller last week, but we played the rest of the starting offensive line last week, so we had 4/5 of it, right? And
because we didn't play Andre James last week either.
No, yes, we did. We had him. Andre James was playing center. We had Simpson at left guard. We had Cotton at right guard, and we had, for that game, we had Leatherwood at right tackle. So we had 4/5 of the starting offensive line last week. So
okay, is Leatherwood better?
I don't know
than he was last year.
Well, it remains to be seen. I would hope so, but did you notice that Leatherwood was not the starter this week? He was playing in the second half because Murphy played right tackle.
Right. Leatherwood is our starter. Leatherwood played great. Didn't play great, but he played damn good. I'm saying is we've had part of our line.
Yes.
The Vikings had their full first string offensive line up there in the first quarter, and we allowed them nothing.
Okay, and you're still on time. I'm going to push it in a minute to go on thing. We need to make sure of that, because if you're saying that the Vikings, because I want to see via game film, and somebody will probably be able to check it out, right? Is what is the what do you call it? There's
I followed Vikings channels this week, and then I'll unfollow them now tomorrow because the game is over. Who've already been like, why couldn't our starting offensive line score?
Okay, I will give that the benefit.
I'm not going by my own stats. I'm listening to these guys, and I'm like, really? Is that what you had?
Okay, I'm putting you back on your 240 shipmate.
I'm reclaiming my time. No, seriously, I'm listening to these guys. I'm not getting this from anywhere but a couple of Vikings channels that I followed this week to spy on our enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about why couldn't our offensive line do anything against the Raiders in the first quarter? So it's like, okay, didn't know that. I don't know who their starters are. I don't know anything about them. I just listened to these guys rant and complain that they couldn't get it going in the first quarter with their starters. Hate to say this, but here's my question. Did anybody bite their fingernails tonight? Anybody lose any fingernails over this game? Because I didn't.
No, mine grew.
We ran this game again. This is the second week of us running the game. We studied film. We cleaned it up. The Vikings beat us in only one category tonight: penalties. We had 4 with second or third stringers. They had a bunch.
They did.
We cleaned up our act a lot on penalties. We have looked focused and sustained, and I'm telling you right now, I'm going to surrender my time with this. We dominated that game. There was no point where it got even really that close enough to bite fingernails. You're going to see a lot more of that this year. Dynasty begins, and I'm done.
Well, you still got 35 seconds.
All right, bro. I hope the COVID stuff doesn't harm you as much as what most people caught in the PI. I didn't catch it there because I got liberty restriction, but I did something.
Yeah, because you were in the brig or on liberty risk was why you never caught the clap in the PI.
Yeah. I came back and talked to the officer of the deck. Coming up the gangplank, and I didn't salute him properly, and I didn't do anything else. He goes, "Where's your salute?" I said, "It's out on McSai, where your mother's working the crowd." And I ended up handcuffed to my rack when I woke up, and my liberty was done. I just said the wrong thing to the wrong person. I had a tendency to do stuff like that.
And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye to my shipmate. But thank you for calling in, man.
Hey, brother. I love you. I'm sorry. Mine's self-inflicted. I love you. I hope you get through this crap. I haven't caught it yet. I'm not about to catch it because I'm still masking and doing my stuff. But take care and get better.
You too. You get better as well, partner. You be well. And
Dad had to quit smoking, and that's not going to happen. So,
okay.
Love you.
All right. Take care. Love you, bud. You be well. And
Good
that's
night.
the other old bastard in here as well. That's okay. So somebody's calling. Hang on.
Call from J Captain Jack Google Voice.
Okay. See if it comes over. See, I told you I have to call in the. It's not going. Wait till it goes to the phone. There it comes. Okay. All right. I got Jason Dean Hunter here. Okay.
RDR Jason Dean.
Hey, Jason Dean, I got you here. Hang on a second, brother. I want my phone to shut up so I can hear you better. Okay, so I'm putting the sound down. Hang on. Don't worry. I didn't start the timer yet. So we're good to go.
That's okay.
Okay.
Okay, my man.
We got Vin Diesel coming up in a minute. I'm starting the timer with my big buddy. I love him to death. Jason Dean Hunter, aka give me your moniker, brother. Go.
Raider Demon King, baby. I will see who's ever in Nashville. I will be there. I will be in New Orleans. I will be in Jacksonville this season.
There you go. Okay, and I'm
Demon
pausing.
King bringing the hellfire and brimstone.
There you go. So now I'm starting it. So what's going on,
All
man?
right. How are you feeling? You feeling okay?
Yeah.
You all right? You
Yeah.
gotta quit messing with the Florida hose, Captain. The
Nah.
Florida hose will get you every time.
No moho.
Okay, that's my dog. That's my man.
No
All right.
moho.
Let's talk about this game. Captain, you know me. I don't talk bad about our team ever. I don't. And I hear a lot of like we are trending up. I will give that. We are. Our starting guards didn't really do the job. Andre James has started both games. He has to start. He has to be at center. You know, we haven't seen Carl, we haven't seen Devontae, we haven't seen Hunter, we haven't seen our main people.
Right.
But Cotton got pushed around.
You did.
And Simpson got pushed around.
Mm-hmm.
The Vikings stink. The Vikings stink. Everybody's got to understand this. They stink. They didn't play nobody. They played their starting defense line. Yeah, granted. They're not good. Their starting defense line is not good. You ever see Griffin play?
No.
Did he?
No.
Yeah. And he's the best defensive player. Best defensive lineman. He
Yeah.
didn't play.
Yeah.
Okay? Into the backfield. Carr would have been running around, and I get it. We have Devontae, we have Hunter, we have Darren Waller. Yes. Josh Jacobs on the backfield, Kenny and Drake, and our new James White, Amir Abdallah. Go Irish.
Who didn't play, by the way.
Yeah, he didn't play at all. He didn't play, which, you know, when I see that, I'm like, okay. You know, he showed out first game. He played well. He might make this roster, even though he's like 46 years old. He still might make this roster.
I don't care as long as if he plays well. I don't care how old he is.
You're right. But our interior line, it's scary. It's scary. And I know people are going to say this, that, and the other thing. And I never really say this. I agree with Thanos. I do. Everybody's got to take a step back and settle down a little bit. Talking about, like, we doing this, we doing that. You know, let's get to week one.
Yeah.
We have the Chargers. Who do the Chargers have on the defensive line? A former number 52 that we played with, and that ugly POS from up north that plays for that team in the state of, I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm saying. I don't even like that team. I'm Irish.
The state of where I got my friggin' COVID in.
Yeah, you probably did because you messed up Ohio hose.
God dang. Well, no.
I was up there too.
No, yeah,
I was up there too.
No hose in OHIO.
Yeah, boy. But yeah, I mean, I know I'm going to get all flack for this, but I don't care. There's a lot of people in Raider Nation that are delusional and they're phony people. They claim to do this, they claim to do that, and they're phony. Behind the scenes, they're dirty people. There's a lot that are dirty people. But on the Facebook and all that other stuff, oh, they're so great. Whatever. That's why I stay out of the limelight. I don't get involved in that no more. I don't care if people like me or not. You know what? The kids like me. That's all I care about.
Mm-hmm.
I know who my friends are, my real friends, and other people talk a lot of smack about me, and I know they do. But I'm not going to call them out because I'm not that guy. Because I'm not going to punch somebody in the mouth out in public. but I know who they are. They know who they are too.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of those things changing when I go on the road this year. So many people are going to come up to me and start to call them out in their face. Got a lot of things I want to say to people this year, Captain. I'm going to be like a-hole Demon King. I got a problem with a lot of people.
You're fine. You're fine. You're good to that. You can do that.
Oh, absolutely. Because people are phony. People they about this, that, and the other thing, but behind closed doors, they're not. They're secretive. They're fake. I'm not fake. I know I'm a bad person. But you know what? To these kids, I'm not. To people that are bad people, they're the ones that look at me as a bad person. I'm okay with that. Whatever. You don't throw stones. Don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. Is that how they say it? Or whatever. Whatever it is. But anyways, I liked how Jared Stidham looked. I liked how our offense looked. I liked the timing out of the huddle quick. We're not on the huddle at 5-10 seconds. We're getting plays off. You know, Zamir White looks good. He didn't look terrible, but he looked better last game.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. You know, like he looked good. No Josh this week, which I understand. You know, it's cool. We playing like our main guys. We're not playing our main guys. Hunter ain't in the field. Devontae ain't in the field. DC ain't in the field, and neither is Waller. And everybody about Waller going to the Las Vegas Aces game, he was back at the game. He went to see his girl. Everybody needs to relax about that. He's got a little strain on the hamstring. He'll be fine by week 1.
Okay.
He's going to be fine. You know, and like, I'm still worried about the right tackle, but the kid from Ohio State played well. Sam Mumford?
Yes.
He played well there. He played well. I don't care who they put at left tackle. They can put anybody under the sun there. We know who the left tackle is. Big Colton Miller, who's the top 5 left tackle in the league.
Okay, and
top 5.
Okay, and I'm gonna stop you. Your alarm went off, but I'm gonna stop you. But I am gonna ask this, and I'm gonna allow you to ask. Okay, God forbid, Colton Miller gets injured. I'm not saying. I'm not trying to be a jinxie. Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
But we better figure out who is our backup left tackle because Parker hasn't played since he tore his something, and I don't know what the hell he tore. He tore his triceps, his biceps.
Parker's going to be out for a minute.
He's going to be out for a while, and they haven't put him on the IR yet for a reason because I think what they're going to be stupidly doing is they're going to put him on a 53. Get him on the initial 53, and then the next day they're going to take him. They're going to IR him so they can have him return in 5 or 10 weeks, whatever it is. I don't want Brandon Parker on the team. I'm sorry. He's a lost cause in my estimation, and I would rather what we see with Munford. I'd rather what we see with Bam Olasine. I'd rather what we see with a bunch of other people in there. They're big, they got size, and I think that they could produce. And I'd rather have them on the team than Brandon Parker. I'm sorry, I'm all agog of over nothing about Parker, but we need to figure out what we have with the backup a backup left tackle, and who the hell is going to play right tackle because Illuminor had a false start. He also had a couple players that he went by for sacks. That's not good. And I actually liked what I saw with Mumford today. Mumford played well while he was playing.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Right, right.
He wasn't bad. He didn't look like a swinging gate. Like everybody talking about Brandon Parker. Oh, we need to give him a chance. Yeah, 3 years. That's his chance.
Bye,
He's
Felicia.
Gate. That's why he didn't start for the time. That's why we drafted this kid out of Alabama who every time he gets dropped down to the second team, he drops his shoulders and his head and he's all bummed out. We don't need, a guy like that is not a pro because the kid started his whole life and was told he's the greatest, he's the greatest, he's the greatest. And now he's being like, he's got guys coming out and be like, well, you're not as great as you think you are and what these people told you. So he's walking around like Eeyore.
I got you. And by the way,
we should have just drafted Joe. We should have drafted JOK, like I said from Joe. Should have drafted him.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this only because Jimmy Farrell is goading me, and you could put the reply in the comments. Okay, Jimmy
I love
Farrell.
Jimmy Farrell. I love Jimmy Farrell. Go Yankees. We coming.
Well, he says, "What's wrong with him?" That's your homework assignment. Okay, what's wrong with the Yankees?
Leatherwood?
Yeah, no. What's wrong with the Yankees? And then as your part B, what's wrong with Leatherwood? And by the way, Cotton went to Alabama as well. And in year 3 or 4, whichever year he's in, he's finally getting it. He's not all there, but I like what what I've seen with Cotton more than what I've liked with Simpson, and that's the truth.
Yeah, and Simpson came from Clemson.
Right.
And look at who Cotton played with. Look at who Simpson played with. Just like when we drafted Cleveland Farrell. Like, Captain, honestly, I was a Cleveland Farrell fan. I was. I'm glad we drafted him where we did because I thought he was going to be a dominant 4-3 defensive end. But look who he played with. Look at the guys on that defensive line. They were a lot of them were drafted. 2 of them were drafted in the first round. The other one was drafted, I think, the 3rd or 4th. Kelly Bryant.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh, okay. You know what? That's why I'm not a GM.
Yeah.
I'm like everybody else that's in the chat. Everybody else that's a Raider fan. You're not a GM. A lot of these guys want to be the guy that said, "I told you so."
Okay.
Dude, what does that prove to you in life? What does that prove to anybody? Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. You just want to be right. Grow up.
Okay.
Come back to reality.
Yeah. Fade to reality.
We have pitching problems.
Hey, that's in a hey, shut up and hit me in the comments, you bastard. I love you. Hey, take care and thanks for calling, man. I lost a caller too. Voice of God or
get over themselves. They'll call back. If they don't want to call back, we know what.
Okay.
E to D. That's what I'm going to say. Captain, I love you to death. I love everybody there. Raider Nation for life. I'll hit you in the comments.
All right. Thanks again, man. Good hearing from you, partner. You take care. All right. That's Raider Jason. Now you can come in. Come hit the link. Hit the number. Yes, Jared. If you get in for the Pittsburgh report, I got a line open. 813-609-0834. I'm feeling okay. And thanks for all of the people that are wishing me good. Fade to Black says, time's up. Next. Okay, here we go. Now we are gonna have the Pittsburgh report with Jared. We're gonna get this done.
Pittsburgh Jared D. Diggerlo.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Okay, Pittsburgh report is ready. Jared, you are on and go.
Well, a good first showing by Kenny Pickett last night. Let's just say he made quite a debut last night.
He did.
I was there to see it in person.
How was it?
He looked good. 13 of 15, 95 yards. Mason Rudolph did okay. 9 of 15. Mitch Trubinsky, 4 of all of our core. However, we just got a little careless, however, in the second half, however, and if it wasn't for a big break that happened late in the game, however, we would have ended either in overtime with them, however, or ended in a tie, but somehow Kenny Pickett won the game on the very last play of the game, however, with 5 seconds to go with the winning score. So that was really good to see.
Well, Ref Guru says Pickett's going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm not that high yet. But he did look good last night. I will give him that.
Yeah, he played very well last night. So did George Pickens. The kid from Georgia, he looked really good last night. He got a touchdown in the game. But next week we got the Jaguars from Jacksonville. Of course, that's going to be down there in Jayville, if you will. And, of course, quite a thrilling finish, if you will, today at the FedEx Jude, if you will. Will Zalatoris winning in sudden death in the 3rd playoff hole over Straka, Lucas G. Lover, Tony Finau, however, I don't say Matt Fitzpatrick, I meant to say, Adam Scott and Colin Morikawa and John Rahm. But, yeah, Will Zalatoris coming up, of course, with a big, big comeback. However, somehow, some ways, he won a 3-hole playoff. But the story here was before the tournament started, obviously, today. Cam Smith was docked 2 shots for a bad drop apparently yesterday. However, according today said, however, I guess he was assessed for a breach of playing the ball from the wrong spot. And that kind of cost him, however, needless to say. But speaking of which, I did play today with some friends of mine, however. I did pretty well. We had a little drizzle late in the round, but overall, I did pretty well today. Shot 90, so it wasn't too bad today.
Dude, I shot a 90 in about the first 3 holes.
No, I mean, I was hitting pretty well today. It was the first time in about 3.5 weeks I picked up a club. And I was hitting some nice drives today. I mean, my putting was really good. I mean, there was the one guy I played with, my one neighbor, how it was a little par 3, however, and he chipped it literally up in the air, went up in the air, and clinked in the hole for a birdie. It was really nice. And then
nice.
I had like 3 or 4 pars on the back 9. Overall, we had a good round. It was a nice day to play.
Ref Guru says he shot a 90 on 1 hole, so I don't feel so bad. That means I shot a 30, 60, and then a 90 on 3, so I did better than Ref Guru.
There you go. But yeah, we got college football season starting up very soon. I mean, it's just around the corner before you know it. How it's going to be crazy. Of course, the big first game obviously is going to be, of course, West Virginia in the backyard brawl coming up, of course, on September 1st, and then of course in the Ohio State, of course, it's coming up very soon. However, of course, talking about college football, of course, one of the big stories, obviously. It started, I guess, a few days ago. Apparently, the Big Ten is actually close to finalizing a new media agreement that they're ending their partnership with ESPN, and CBS and NBC could be interested in possibly negotiating with the Big Ten, possibly, maybe. We heard.
Okay.
So we'll wait and see what happens there.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you a question because Sharice said it as well, and I agree with this. He said Steeler Christmas game may be a lot tougher than we think. I agree, but I also know if the Steelers are going to get a call, they're going to get a call on the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Deception. Wouldn't you agree?
It's a very good possibility, you know. I mean, looking at the Raiders, looking at their schedule this year and looking at the Steelers' schedule, it's going to be a very big challenge. I mean, the Raiders, this year, no question about it, have a very brutal schedule. I mean, we can definitely say there is some very amount of truth to that. You think about it, look at what's going to happen alone with the schedule they got this year. I mean, it's just insane what they got this year coming to their schedule, however. Like I said, I'm just looking right here, their schedule here, and I'm pulling up their schedule right now, however. I'm just seeing here, give me a minute here. You think about it, you got the Chargers right out of the gate, however. Then you got Arizona, then at Tennessee. But, of course, you got Kansas City coming up in early October, right after playing Denver at home. That's going to be a challenge. But, yeah, looking at that December slate, however, you got New England, Pittsburgh, and San Francisco, and Kansas City. The last 4 games alone, the last 3, however, should be really, really challenging, especially San Francisco New Year's Day. And then, of course, the big one against Kansas City, which they said right now has not been enough. Watch, that's going to be a prime time game, either that Saturday or that Sunday in the second week in January at Allegiant Stadium. It really is.
I think it will be. They flexed our last game against the Garglers to a prime time. I'm pretty sure that they're going to flex the last game against Kansas City to a prime time game. It's just I think it will be. I think it will be.
Yeah, I do too. That could very well decide the West right there. That could be the biggest game of the year to decide the AFC West division.
You got it. Hey, brother, thanks for calling in. Always great to have the Pittsburgh Report with Jared. Thanks for popping in. And obviously, you're not a stranger, and make sure other people are not as well.
Yep. I'll be in touch.
All right. Thanks again there. That is Jared with the Pittsburgh Report. We've had a minute 3 go by on the show. Yeah, I had a little bit of some coughing. Apologies. But I have, and the voice of God, he was in, and again, I had boom, boom, boom. It was great. I had like the 3 guys in the room. So hopefully we'll hear from Jason Thomas back. We did hear from Jason Dean. So we did hear where's hard-hitting Stu? I don't know. Hopefully Stu will come back. Because he was here. But we've dropped some viewers. I don't know. I can't, I do what I can. But again, the show works when you call in and I talk with you because it saves my voice too. So if you want to come into the show, please do. Again, if you're watching on Twitter, thank you for watching on Twitter, but I can't see crap on Twitter. I can't see crap on Twitter. I can't see anything. Oh, sorry. Yeah, crap on Twitter. I can see some things on Facebook, depending upon which Facebook it is. Okay. So, okay, we are going to hear from Philly Mike, Philly sports fan Mike Blevins, positive Philly, is going to come into the show.
Fan Michael Blevins Jr.
To accept, press 1.
We got it. Hey, what's going on there, Philly? Talk to me about what's going on. And by the way, and hello? Hello? Yeah, I'm good. Why is there like I know why, because I got 2 calls coming in. Oh, there was a call on hold. Let me start timer again. Okay. You're good. Okay? Yeah, I can hear you. There was a call coming in. That's why we had ding dings on behind you. What happened to the Phillies today against the Mets, man?
I don't know. I was just talking to a fellow Phillies fan, and I'm going to say this: since he already has done, Rob Thompson came in, and I don't want to call him an interim coach anymore. Let's take that term away from him. Call him the Phillies manager, because I do believe that this guy is the future Phillies manager.
He is.
And how can you say that he's not after what we've seen this year? The win streaks, the great records, and everything that he's been doing, and great lineups. I mean, we need to beat the Mets. I don't care, like I said, I believe that they're going to win the division. I believe they already, it might not be official, but I believe they've already clinched the playoff spot. But we need to be able to beat them. If we want to, I'm going to be, I'll say this, I'll be unsatisfied with this team if we don't make the postseason.
I agree.
Because, they have played like a postseason team this year. They have played like a playoff team. I believe they can, we can see some red October. But we need to be able to beat a team like the Mets, like the Braves, teams in our own division, before we can worry about even making the postseason. But I don't know.
Okay, I apologize. I ambushed you. What did you want to talk about there, brother?
Me?
Yeah.
I just want to know what you thought of the first Raiders preseason game today. I mean, we lost to the Eagles. We lost to the Eagles. I am an Eagles fan. We lost to the Jets Friday night, which, I'm really disappointed about how to lose the Jets. But at the same time, it's only preseason. I really like what I saw from, Jalen Hurts. Jordan Davis, our first-round pick we got, I think a monster.
Wow.
He's going to be.
I didn't realize. I mean, I knew he was big, but I didn't realize how big that person. I don't want to say anything bad. I didn't realize how huge he was, and he's gotten bigger. Yeah, he's gotten bigger, and he's actually throwing his weight around with speed. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I didn't like. I'll be honest, there, Mike. I didn't watch anything Eagles related. You know why? Because I know you're going to talk to me about it, and you're going to give me some decent, hopefully unbiased poop about it. Okay. So
listen, I will say this, and you can call me biased for this if you want. Please call me out. Anybody in the chat as well.
Okay.
Because I know a Cowboys fan is saying it. I strongly believe, and this Eagles team is going to be good this year. They really are. I'm seeing, the additions that we got this past season, Jordan Davis, N'Kobe Dean, James Bradbury, A.J. Brown, Kaiser White from the Chargers. I'm sure you're familiar with him. We're going to be good. I'm seeing 12, 13 wins from this team. First place in the NFC. It's call me biased. Say what you want, but I strongly believe that this team can win a division with 12 or 13.
Well, if the Cow Patties play like they played last night, and again, they didn't play a lot of people, but if they have to rely upon their second stringers, they're going to suck balls. I'll say it. They're going to suck balls.
Captain.
Yes.
You're talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
You think I'm worried about them? A team that hasn't even made it to the Super Bowl since 1996?
Okay, well then who are you worried about in the division other than you?
Nobody.
Oh.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
Here's what I'm gonna say. The Cowboys are gonna get second. They're gonna get second. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Commanders third. Giants last. Giants are gonna be flat out.
Pitiful.
Development.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horrible. I mean, I feel like that could go either way. Commanders last or Giants third. I don't really get. Those are the bottom two teams. Eagles and Cowboys. They're gonna be good. I think the Eagles are gonna be great and the Cowboys are gonna be decent.
Okay.
I think the Cowboys will get a playoff spot, but we know what always happens. They're a first-round exit.
You know what? It remains to be seen, but I will give it that the fact is that you play on the field, you don't play on paper, which is why for all of those people that are saying X, Y, and Z about the West, you got to play the games because you don't play on paper. You play on the field.
I'm a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan. I don't care about the AFC West. I mean, yeah, I don't, Raider Nation, listen, I don't mind the Raiders. I got all stacks in the world for the Raiders and Raiders fans.
Right.
You guys are some great people, great fan base. I will say this. I am very excited to see how that division pans out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, I feel like it's anybody's division. I mean, a few years. This year, I don't know. I mean, the Chargers are looking good. You guys are looking good. And even the Broncos with Russell Wilson. I mean, I can't. If I had to say it right now, I think number 4 is the Broncos. I just do. I don't think that, Russell Wilson's going to come into a new team and boom, he makes the playoffs and goes to the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen like that. He needs time to develop in Denver with his new team. Third, I can see you guys. I know you guys have Devontae Adams, but I think the Chiefs and Chargers are a little bit better, a little bit more weapons and things around them. Second, the Chiefs or the Chargers, that's the toss-up. I'm going to put the Chiefs at second, and the Chargers win that division. But 3 out of those 4 teams could go to the playoffs. So don't get worried when I say that the Raiders could be third, because they could be third place in the AFC West, but still make the playoffs.
I don't know. I mean, I actually think the Raiders are going to be no worse than second. No worse than second. I honestly do. And I'm not saying that biasly. I think that the Raiders are going to, with if they were second last year and they've improved, I think that they're no worse than second this year.
Even with everything that the other teams have done?
Yeah, because the Raiders have improved this year, and everybody else improved, but the Raiders were improved with the second place team last year. I think
this, getting yourself a Devontae Adams jersey.
No, I'm not buying any more jerseys of any players that are current. Now, if somebody gives me a Devontae Adams jersey, by the way, my size is 3X. Okay. If anybody gives me a jersey of a current player, I'm not going to say no to it, but I'm not going to buy any more jerseys of any more team players on the team, because I have about 6 50 Who jerseys in my closet that will never be worn again until after the guy retires.
Who?
50, exactly. 50 Who. 50 Who. You know who I'm talking about, right? He went from the Raiders to the Bears, and he's currently on the Gargoyles. Don't say his name.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay, so I'm not doing it. But that's it. Hey, Mike, good hearing from you, brother. Always good hearing from Positive Philly in the house.
And we are all listening.
Hey,
listen, before I go.
Hey, go ahead. Quick.
Season's almost here. Go Eagles.
Go Eagles. There you go. And you don't have to do that crap on my show like you have to do it on Sneaky Show.
I got you.
You take and take care, partner. Be well. All right, that's Positive Philly. Good to hear from Positive Philly. Yeah, well, I do. It's a nicety. I'm Raiders all the time, baby. I'm Raiders all the time, but I am from Philly as a kid. So if I had an NFC team, it's whoever's playing the friggin' fake Pirates. My favorite NFC team is whoever's playing the fake Pirates. Can't stand the fake Pirates. You guys know that. Yeah, and of course I'm going to give my size. Okay. Stop with the Broncos, chokers, or injury. Yeah, no. Paper doesn't, thank you, doesn't beat fielders. Cars are perfect. I wish the stats need more of a difference. You're right, PSV. Thank you there, sweetheart. Of course I'm going to give my size. Raider Rick, what Raider Rick? They say, you remember when we played the Dolphins in Miami and there was a meet and greet at the sports bar, Whiskey Tango? I was the manager that introduced my family to you. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Are you going to be there? The whiskey. I'm heading there this weekend. Well, I'll meet up with you, Rick. I remember the occurrence. But I don't remember because I meet a lot of people. I'm sorry. I remember meeting you and the family, but I can't remember.
RDR Reggie GTMO Navy Don.
I'm gonna get with Doc. I'm gonna get with Doc from Doc Burdett. Doc, I'm gonna start first off before I start the clock on you, Doc. How are you?
Oh, it's been a roller coaster ride, but hey, that's the way life is. You got to take it with the rolls and punches.
Okay. Well,
everything's good now. So positive thing. My daughter got married finally, so that's good. Happy about that.
Good. So, well, for those that don't know, this is the other Doc because I used to have two Docs. I had Doc Burdett and Doc Cabral. Doc Cabral is the Patriots fan. Doc Burdett is our Raiders fan from. Let me see, Virginia.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I know Virginia, Tennessee type. And I always say Virginia because he's up in the mountains of Virginia. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Whiskey Tango close. Okay, Rick. Hopefully, I'll be here this weekend. Yeah. Go ahead, Doc. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pause it so get some seconds back. What's up? What are your thoughts on today's game, last game, upcoming games? It's been a while. You got a lot of stuff to go over. Go ahead.
Preseason is just glorified scrimmages. We're not really learning anything, to be totally honest with you. I think he's purposely not showing us a lot of stuff and not putting starters out there, not to tip his hand. I think the line is being shuffled to see who works good with who. I'm really impressed with that young right tackle that we drafted. I think he played pretty well.
He did.
But to judge anything right now would be premature. And these are not really wins. These are just scrimmages.
Okay.
And we can never take the preseason as serious as week one. And I think we'll make the playoffs. I don't know if we'll win the West because the West is so tight. But I think there's a good chance we'll make the playoffs. Hey, we could win the West. The West is so tight now, and we've improved as a second-place team, like you said. We very well could win the West. But that's to be seen.
Exactly.
I don't want to jump the gun.
Yeah.
I don't want to jump the gun. You don't know till the games are – that's why you play the game.
That's why you play the game. I had to throw in a Herman. I had to throw in a Herman Edwards.
And you never know where the ball's going to bounce in any given game. And like you said, we don't know if someone would get hurt. It's good to put these people in a preseason and see what they got, give them some game time experience. And I think that's just good. That's just good coaching. I'm not really sure if I like Justin Daniels yet. That's waiting to be seen. But I definitely say that he's smart by getting them in there now when it don't count. See what they can do and what they can't do.
Yeah, no, I agree there. You got to know what you got. You got to know who you got going into battle. You don't throw them. You don't throw them against the bullets and then figure out that they're shell shocked.
That's right. I'm more worried about is Mullins going to be able to? Is he going to be in the cup?
I think Mullins is going to be on the IR immediately, and they're going to IR him for at least 5 to 10 games. Yeah, and you know what? I don't care because I think this is his last year there anyway. He shows me when he's on the field, but he's so freaking injury prone. I want to see what we got with Rock Yassin. I like what we have with Daryl Hobbs. I love, or not Daryl, not the boy. That's the wide receiver. Hobbs, the defensive back. Okay.
Yeah.
What is his first name? Hobbs, the defense. Daryl Hobbs was the receiver. I'm going back, but yeah.
But see, Hobbs is really good in nickel.
Yeah, but you know what? He's played, but he's
on the island. We don't know yet.
No, he's played well on the outside. He's going up against Devontae Adams in training camp, and he's holding his own. He's doing well. Seriously.
Let's see what does. And I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, and I think that's great that he is. And that's a wonderful sign.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see what he does game time.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope he does great because nobody wants him to. Oh man, I'm hungry for another ring for us, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling you, But like I said, I think we're not learning anything yet, and I think that's by design. I really think that's by design.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we play the Patriots, we're definitely not going to see nothing.
Yeah, and
going to show nothing.
No. I mean, he's gonna go back to like did you ever see like the movie? I can't remember what the one with I'm gonna pause the clock while I go through this analogy. The one with Robin Williams, and may he rest in peace, and Kurt Russell, where we're doing the plays where they have a bottle cap and a straw and pebbles and things like that, and they're doing plays in the dirt. Okay. My voice must really affect your dog.
No, he don't like me. He don't like me. He don't like me on the phone. He gets jealous.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting here rubbing him. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I hear him. It's like, man, I have this effect on women and dogs.
He's a little puppy, and when I get on the phone, I call him scrooches. I have to give him little rubs on the chest and everything. Because he's just like, no, you're talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
You're not showing me no attention.
Well,
but he's black and white as a Raiders dog.
Well, that's a good thing. But getting back to point is that what was my point about? Against the Patriots, he ain't going to show nothing. It's going to be they're going to run plays that like are so vanilla, or he's going to show you plays from Gruden's playbook from 3 years ago, so that there is nothing tied to his playbook. Okay, nothing, and the defense will probably, and somebody said this, it'll probably come out in defenses that Belichick ran against his own team in practice. That's not his stuff, but Belichick playing his own pay. That's what he might show on defense with Graham. And that would be funny. But he ain't showing nothing of consequence against the Patriots. Nothing. And it's the last preseason game anyway. It's so that they figure out who the hell's going to stick around.
Well, I think that's all we're doing now is seeing who's supposed to stick.
Yes.
To be honest. But I'm just praying for you. I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
COVID ain't fun. I hope you feel better, buddy. I know you got other health issues. I'll be praying for you.
Okay.
And let's go Raiders, man. I know it's been a while. I've just been off. Everything's been hectic over here for a little bit. But hey, let's go Raiders, and I'm just hoping for the best, and one game at a time. And you know who I'm looking for next? It's just the Chargers.
Yeah, yeah, and I agree. I think it's going to be between us and the Chargers. I do. And I'm not dismissing the
And that's
Chiefs.
the next game that matters.
Yeah, yeah,
Week 1.
yeah. That's true. Well, Doc, thanks for coming in, man. It's been too long from hearing from you. You be sure to and see. I paused on things when I was babbling to you, so I gave you your full 5. It's good hearing from you.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, it's good hearing from you, and tell your dog I'm sorry.
You're fine. He's young. He's just jealous when I get on the phone. He'll get over it. He'll learn.
Okay.
You take it easy, buddy.
All right. You take care as well, Doc. And again, anytime, brother. Always good hearing from you.
Talk to you later. Go Raiders. Baby.
Go Raiders. There you go. That's Doc. That's Doc Burdett, man. I love it when people come out and I haven't heard them from a bit. Okay. Gabe says Patrick Graham. It's Graham. Plays the most vanilla zone. It should be defense, no matter what, but it worked. Yeah, but and I got you, Gabe. I got you. Giants won the other night. I don't know if you noticed, but they actually beat the Pats. They beat the Pats. So we got some, and we had the voice of God in here earlier. He left. I'm sorry. Jason, try to come back. Yeah, you're tired. Hey, Killer Cuz is in the house. Good to see you. I am feeling, and thank you, Tito. Like I said, I feel okay, which is why I'm pissed off that I can't go to work and I have to take time off. That's what upsets me, because I have to take time off of work. That is upsetting. But I feel like I'm okay. I don't have the fever. I barely had a fever on Friday when I got positive. Did you get the JAV? Did you get the jab? Oh yeah, I have the I have the 2 shots plus a booster, so I'm feeling good. Yeah, I got the jab plus a booster, and I'm due for the second booster, but I'm probably going to wait until next month when they have the booster that goes with Omicron. So I'll wait. Yeah, COVID is annoying. It's not my friend. Yeah, I caught COVID, Corey. But anyway, come in. Have you seen the grass of the Ravens? Yes. I saw that today. Thank you for noticing. It looked horrible. It looked horrible. That's the code name for KC. What? JAV? GAV? Told you what? I'm gonna get the booster. It's folks. Okay, listen. I'm not gonna have this political yay, nay, or otherwise conversation. Not doing it. Okay. Getting COVID is not getting the shot does not mean you're not going to get COVID. It prevents more serious illness. It does. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. My job requires that I am fully immunized. Let me say that again. My job requires that I am fully immunized. I work for the government. I am required by law and the United States government to be fully immunized. I like to get paid every 2 weeks. Get this? Not making it a political statement one way or the other. I am also have illnesses. I'm going to get the shot that is going to prevent me from being in the hospital. The doctor himself said that if I didn't have the shot with COVID, even though that I have a light strain of it, I would probably be in the hospital. Ergo, I'm gonna take a shot to prevent me from being in the hospital. That's all I'm saying. Not saying anything beyond that. Not saying anything anymore. Take political crap off the channel. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat or independent. I don't give a flying foxtrot. I'm going to get immunized to prevent further illness. Okay? That's all it said. I think it's okay. Here's some. I think that because they have some concert alliance, therefore it ruined the grass. No. They have stuff. They have like regular flooring, that is not for grass. I mean, it's regular stuff. It's not grass. You don't have to have grass in the stadium. When they have concerts, they have hard metal floors. Yeah, and I was it was because I was up around Ohio. Did it look really bad or was it okay? Yeah, the grass sucked. It's Crew Captain Nate. What did you think about today's game? It was pretty win, but our motto is just win, baby. Yeah, okay. Okay. Doc, I see you. Don't go away. I want to get through these comments real quick. I think because there's a concerts, okay, makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense because when they have concerts, the floor it's a hard floor. The grass is rolled in. The grass is rolled in. They have a fleet, what do you call it? A turf. Was it like regular AstroTurf? They have a turf that they roll in for other games. Then they have a regular floor. I don't know why the grass looked like crap. I don't know. Either get the vaccine, you have the chance to die being a serious game again. Okay, I vaccinated, I got okay, so we're pretty much okay. Thank you for your statement. Your job and statements are your own. Back to Raider Talk. Thank you. There you go. I appreciate my statement, your statement, and I'm not going to talk politics. Oh, and I do like this one. If Raider fans can survive 20 years of losing, we can survive COVID. Amen to that. All right. Having said that, let's go get the other Doc on here. Doc, how you doing? This is the other Doc. I've had. You heard Doc Burdett? I haven't heard Doc Burdett in a long time. So you're back to being other Doc.
It was good to hear him too.
Yeah, it was good to hear Doc. Yes, and no, he wasn't. He was not on the Princeton with Doc Christensen and I. Doc Burdett, yeah, Doc Burdett and I just we're friends from other shows.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good thing. Had a question for you. Now, are they using regular turf for their games, or are they going to be like example for me? When the Patriots played in Jacksonville for the Super Bowl, they went to Bartram High School and built them a brand new turf for their football program, and they still have it today. Are they doing the same thing in Las Vegas with the Raiders, or is it an up in the air deal?
The Raiders have two pallets. Okay. There is AstroTurf, which is used when they play. Was it the University of Nevada lost UNLV games? Is AstroTurf or field? Or actually, it's not. I'm sorry. I go back. I'm going way back. It's not. It's field turf. It's a field turf.
Okay.
They have a plank of field turf.
Yes.
The grass that they play for the Raider games is outside. It's just for Raider games.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you have field turf that's in the stadium when the other turf is outside. And then I was I don't know. I know that you can actually, and I'm not sure where you can put it, but I think, and this is what I'm not aware of. I think that there is where you have the stuff that's when there's no turf or no anything, it's like just a floor.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's a floor. But apparently, and this is probably the best explanation. Thank you. Grass was probably too muddy because of the rainstorm last week. And then Bishop, who also lives in Vegas, it's been monsoon weather here lately. So if you've seen the news reports, about literally the rivers of water going through Vegas on the streets, going through the casinos. There's been a lot of rain out there.
That's
the field
true.
looked like crap, but because it was outside.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, and I'm sure that they're probably going to replace. And Jimmy Farrell says, maybe they're going to replace the grass. I hope so, or they're going to do something because the grass looked like crap today. But they have one more game in Vegas against the Patriots, and they're the Patriots, Doc, because they're the current team. They're the current regime, aka the Patriots. They play the Patriots in 2 weeks. Okay.
Okay.
Next week they're in Miami. I will see that game against Miami.
Okay.
So if they replace the field, I would imagine it's going to be after the Patriot game.
Well, they'll be ready for opening day.
Yeah, because they have 2 weeks between. Actually, I think it's 3 weeks because I think it's 3 weeks because they play the Patriots.
Yes.
Then there's an off week, which is like Labor Day week. Then they play their first game in LA against the Chargers.
Ooh.
And then they play the second week in Vegas against the Cardinals. So there's 3 weeks where they can make the field much better.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. And
wow.
Greg says it looked like it was water deprived. I don't know. It didn't look good. It didn't look good. And PSP says, yay, Patriots. Yes. So that's directed at you, Doc. But I will say this. Doc, by the way, I haven't started the clock. Doc is a Patriots fan. Why? Because he's been a fan of the Patriots when they sucked. Mm-hmm. And they had Steve Grogan as quarterback. Okay. So he's a Patriots fan. He's a true fan. So, Doc, now I'm starting it. Go ahead, brother. Good hearing from you.
Hello.
See, I'm talking to my friend.
Who's that?
My wife, my much better half, Mrs. Cabral. Hi. No, Jay, what was for me? By the way, you sound a lot better than the other night when I talked to you. You sound much better.
I still got a cough though,
but you sound much better.
Thank you.
My only question for you is, people talk about, we have to be 4-0 in the preseason. Screw the preseason. I'd rather go 0-4 and win in the regular season. I mean, people worry about the preseason. Yeah, guys get tested, but the reality is, my two questions is for you and my buddies with the Patriots, the front lines, that's where it's going to happen. If you don't have it in the front lines, defense and offense, you don't have nothing. You don't have a game. There won't be any wins. You're not going to have a game to play because you're going to be sitting there looking at each other going, what? What about what's in the trenches? What's in the trenches? If there's nothing there, you can't keep the quarterback upright. You can't keep the receivers going down range. You can't get the running backs down range. You can't get nothing done. Mm-hmm. So until they get the trenches established on any team, you're not going to get anything done.
By the way, Doc, that's for you. Boo.
What? Oh, I love you, man. Whoever you are.
No, that's Mahogany. She's from LA. She's a good gal, but she says boo.
Oh, it's Halloween. Gotta be Halloween. Early for Halloween. Boo.
Be nice. Boo.
Hey,
okay,
man.
Go ahead.
Hey, you know what, man? Honestly, Jay, I have a lot of love for everybody. And
I know you do.
I don't have anything against nobody. I've put up with people saying the Patriots and all this other stuff, and even you, I know. But
no, I'm answering Great Southern Trendkill while you're talking.
Oh, okay. The only thing that people I don't think they recognize, because I'm an old Patriot fan, is when before the Raiders got Jim Plunkett, he was broken down by the Patriots. He was basically tossed away for you guys to get 2 Super Bowls, and that really hurt me. That really hurt me, but I'm grateful that he was the one that I really remember from the transition from Boston to New England, because he was part of that transition. He's to one that went from Boston Patriots to New England Patriots, and he was a great part of those teams. The problem was no one gave him any credit, no one gave him any coverage, and that's the problem we had. Our trenches really sucked back then. They really did.
They did.
But I'm grateful that he was able to find happiness and he was able to find success somewhere, because he is a great quarterback and he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you. He does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Hey man, my wife's a Mexican, of course. You know, he's 5% Irish and all the rest is Mexican. So you know what I gotta say, man, I got nothing but love for Jim Plunkett, and if I ever get a chance to meet him, oh God, I probably cry like a baby. But I would love to meet and shake the hand of Jim Plunkett. I really would. It would mean so much to me if I ever could.
I did get a chance to see him last week in Canton, and Sam, who is the Jaguars fan that was new to the show, actually took when he was going back to Charlotte. Plunkett was on the flight to Charlotte with him. And he has a picture of him and Jim Plunkett together, which was really nice.
Oh, dude. Oh, my heart's popping, man. I'm gonna have a heart attack over here. Oh, man.
Don't have a heart attack.
I would love to meet Jim Plunkett. That would mean so much to me. It really would. Well, I'll let you guys take care. And please be careful out there. And please take care of yourself, please. And best to Lil. I hope Lil's okay. And wish her well, please.
She's on Paxlovid.
Oh, God bless that girl.
Yeah.
Give her my best, please. Hey, brother, just remember I love you. Take care.
Okay. Thanks, Doc. And I'll let her know.
Take care. Bye.
Take care, partner. You be well.
Yep. Bye.
All right. That's Doc Cabral. Good to see Doc Cabral. Doc, answer this in the comments if you can. Was Grogan a late hit on him? Would have given the Pats the first down, therefore won the game. It was. I remember, and there's the timer. So he basically caught off right at the timer. Remember that they had a late hit on Plunkett by Sugar Bear Hamilton. I even remember the guy. Sugar Bear Hamilton had a late hit on, not Plunkett, Stabler. So the late hit on Stabler gave the Raiders a first down. And with the first down off of that late hit was the reason why the Raiders went on and got the touchdown to win the game. Because the Raiders only lost one game in 1976, and it was to the Patriots. And that was the game that you saw Matt Millen swinging at the Sullivan's son in that picture where Matt Millen is clocking an older guy on the sidelines. It was Sullivan's son. Excuse me. And so that's a famous Matt. If I wanted to get a pic of Matt Millen, that is the pic that I would have Matt Millen sign. Because I have a picture of Jack Tatum standing over Sammy White in the Super Bowl. That's the picture I have of Jack Tatum with the inscription. That's that picture. That's a famous Jack Tatum head. If I have Matt Millen sign a picture, I would have him sign the picture of him clocking the Patriot son's owner, or Patriot owner's son. Wow. First Patriot memory is the sad Darryl Stingley hit in it. I mean, yeah, I understand that, Sharif, but people always say that it was a what do you call it? It was a nasty hit. It was a regular hit. It was a regular hit. And there was no flag on it because it was a regular hit. And I used my hand, but it was, it was the way that the hit took place. It was the way that the hit took place, and then he came down on his head. It was awful, but it wasn't Jack Tatum's fault. So that's it. That hit was at the Bryant College facility. And yes, we did get Mike Haynes from the Pats. And that was one of the biggest hits in history. So, I mean, it was, and it's unfortunate because of that hit, because of the hit that Jack Tatum had, Jack Tatum will never be in the Hall of Fame. Jack's dead. But, and Jack, maybe, if you go with Jack's credentials against somebody like Steve Atwater's, they're similar. Steve Atwater was feared. Jack Tatum was feared. Jack Tatum had a lot of All-Pros and Pro Bowls. Steve Atwater did too. And I'm not going to go and say that they're exactly identical, but they're similar. Okay? The fact that Cliff Branch had to wait for all of this time and he has better credentials than a lot of the receivers that are in the NFL Hall of Fame right now is a travesty. And thank you, Shrieking said that. It was a tragic accident, no malice intent. And the thing is that, and this is another thing that really pisses me off. This pisses me off. Jack Tatum wanted to go see Darryl Stingley in the hospital. He wanted to go see Darryl Stingley in the hospital, and the Stingleys didn't let him go. Said, we don't want to see him. That's true too. So get on that. One of my favorite, never as hard a hit. He didn't hit as hard after that because it was one of those things. Never going to inspire a legion of safeties. That's true. Went to James Lick High School in Santa, my home. Remember the school gave him praise by congratulating him on their school sign when he went to the Super Bowl. That's not. And it's true, PSP. They're going to keep him out of the Hall of Fame. Branch had better stats than Swan. That's true. Cliff Harris was a white Tatum and just went in last year. Yeah. Let's see here. My parents went to that game. Everyone then coming home and looking like they had seen it go. Yeah, it was horrible. And I will give you a personal opinion, or not a personal, but a personal insight. I was at a high school game when I was calling. I don't know if I told it, and I might have mentioned this before. I was at a high school game for Northeast High School a couple years back. I'm calling the game. I'm the broadcaster and the PA announcer. And a play occurred where one of the players from Northeast, and he was a stud, was going to go to, he had a couple different scholarship offers. He was going to go to his pick. And he made a play. And I remember it was a hard play. And the gentleman stuck the player, and he was on the field. And he didn't move. And it's hard because you're up in the booth above the playing field. There's an eerie silence. And I remember and we don't know what's going on. I mean, we have walkie-talkies, but we don't know what's going on. And then the coach in Northeast, really good guy, Raiders fan, by the way. And I'm probably going to go to he coaches for Tarpon Springs now. And I'm probably going to go to his game the Friday that there's no Raiders game before Labor Day. I'm gonna go see his team play, and that's a long drive. And he's gonna have me on the sideline with him. But I'm sorry. He called the entire Northeast high school, the whole team around the player. They did have medical staff there. And I remember that the next day I was flying to a game, and I came back on Monday, and I asked I said, what happened to, and I can't remember the gentleman's name. I apologize. I forgot his name. I said, what happened to number 4? And when I came back, he was brain dead. He had an aneurysm in the brain after the hit, and he was brain dead. And when like the Monday I came back from the game, or that Tuesday, the parents took him off of life support, and they gave his organs to a couple other different people that needed them. And it's hard. It's hard. So you see things like that. A friend of mine in high school that I played with, he was paralyzed in the spring jamboree. I didn't play the spring jamboree, and he played the spring jamboree, and I came to school the following Monday, and he said, hey, Paul Hugh got paralyzed. And I didn't know about it. And Paul died, years later. He went to a couple of reunions, but because of him being in a wheelchair, he had issues where he died prematurely as well. And I drove from Tampa to Orlando to Paul's funeral, because you see things, or you live with things like that. And Jack Tatum lived with that hit for his entire life, and it hurt him that people called him a nasty player. He wasn't a nasty player. On the field he was, but he wasn't a dirty, nasty, conniving piece of crap that everybody thought he was. There are plenty of players that are nastier than him, and I will say a certain Steelers receiver comes to mind that went to the University of Georgia. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, and I'm sorry I kind of went all harsh on you. When the quarterback from the Skins, but yeah, Joe Theismann broke his leg, and that was harsh to see. Dennis Byrd, yeah, and Dennis, when we had Lonnie, was it? Oh God, Lonnie was just on the other night. The gentleman that did the interview played safety for the Jets. He was at that game as well. Yep, Hines Ward. You said it. Dirty player. Do you think that's the reason Al traded him? No, that's not the reason Al traded him. Thank you, Conrad Dobler, who, by the way, has been on my show. Great guy. Great guy. Conrad Dobler was dirty. And he'll even say it himself. I'd love to have Conrad Dobler back on again. We'll try to have him on. Anyway, we're I want to put this on one more last time. If you want to get your things in for the show, please do via Super Chat or Super Sticker. I'm going to bring Raider Mode on real quick because I got a little bit of time. Mode, you're on, because I want to do this quickly, but you well, hopefully he's on. There you go. You are on the clock right now. We are up against the hard count, brother. So I might have to push you early because I got to do an out. But give me your thoughts real quick.
So, sir,
I'm good. How are you doing?
I thought today's game was a little rough. I did see some stuff that we do need to work on still. Obviously, I always believe that we should be working on our pass game more because that's always been a weakness for us.
Now, are you saying our pass
Or at least-
defense, maybe?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, pass defense. I agree with you there. I agree with you there.
That has always been a
Yeah, go ahead. What are your thoughts on what, like I said, the D line, the backup D line, and the backup defensive backs that we have playing in the games? On depth. What are your thoughts on depth?
You're cutting in and out, Captain.
Okay. I'm sorry. Do you want to? No. What are your thoughts on the depth of the defensive line and the defensive
Captain.
backs? Yeah. Are you can't hear me? I'm sorry. I think.
Sorry, you cut in and out.
Yeah. Can you quickly, quick 1 minute? What are your thoughts on the depth of the defensive guys playing?
On the offensive line side, I saw a really good work of the blitz.
Okay, mode. You are frozen.
I'm cutting in and out as well, Captain.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll just log out and give you a call another day.
Thank you for calling in.
Sorry about that.
You're good, brother. You're good. Take care. Call back another time. Okay, that's Raider mode. Sorry we couldn't have him on. We're tight on time anyway. Sorry about that. Mode can come in anytime. Yeah, he was frozen. No, Hacksaw Reynolds was the guy that played with a broken leg in the Super Bowl was Youngblood. Was Youngblood. Okay, and here we're hearing from Doc as well. I do a moral inventory regarding Jack Tatum. Took a really good look at the situation, my feelings regarding the situation, what happened. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Patriots fans hated Jack Tatum for years. They hated Jack Tatum. Jack Youngblood. I think I said that. No, you're good. You're good, mode. You're good, brother. But we are up against the hard count here. If you do, please, like I said, if you want to contribute to the show, right down here, $5 via super chat or super sticker. There you go, right here. There you go. $5 super chat or super sticker gets you a spin on the prize wheel. Or Cash App, $5, Captain Jack Rackham, $5, friends and family. Good night, everybody. Share, and comment after the show, please. I got to get out of here. I'm up against the hard count. We will see you hopefully Tuesday. Hopefully we'll have a show Tuesday. If we do, I will let you know about it. But hey, we're 2-0, but it really doesn't mean anything. Really doesn't mean anything. We'll see y'all later.